When I was 19, I rented a small basement apartment just outside of town. It was my first time living alone, and I loved the freedom. It was quiet, cozy, and cheap. Exactly what I thought I needed. For the first week, nothing strange happened. But one night around 1 a.m., I woke up to a faint tapping on my bedroom window. At first, I thought it was just a branch in the wind, but when I pulled back the curtain, my stomach dropped. A man was standing outside, pressed against the glass. His face was so close, I could see his foggy breath forming on the window. I screamed, stumbled back, and grabbed my phone. By the time I looked again, he was gone. The police came, but of course, there was no one there. No footprints, no signs of forced entry. They told me it was probably just a drunk who wandered off. For a few nights after that, I didn't hear anything. But then it started again, the tapping. Only this time, I refused to look. I just lay in bed, heart pounding, staring at the ceiling while the sound grew louder and more deliberate. Then came the whispering, low, muffled words through the glass. I couldn't make them out, but I knew it was him. I moved a dresser in front of the window after that, but it didn't matter. I still heard the tapping, still heard him whispering my name. And one night, when I finally pulled back the dresser to check, there was something smeared on the glass, written in dirt or maybe ash. It said, "I saw you." A few years later, I had tried to put that memory behind me. I was 23, living in a nicer apartment in the city. I told myself what happened before was just some random creep. But then, one night around 2 a.m., I woke up to that same familiar sound. Tap, tap, tap. My stomach twisted instantly. It couldn't be, not here. I pulled back the curtain slowly, and there he was. The same man, same pale face, same empty stare. His eyes didn't blink, didn't move, just fixed on me through the glass. I shouted, banged on the window, threatened to call the cops. He didn't flinch. He just pressed his hand flat against the glass and stayed there. I grabbed my phone and dialed 911, but when I looked back, he was gone. The officers searched the property, but there was no one, just like before. That night, I couldn't sleep. And around 4 a.m. I heard something that still makes my blood run cold. From inside my apartment, right outside my bedroom door. 3 slow knocks. I froze in bed. I didn't move, didn't breathe. The knocks came again, louder. When I finally worked up the courage to open the door, there was nothing, just the empty hallway. But when I turned back toward my room, my heart nearly stopped. The curtain to my window was open, and I never leave it open. I moved again after that. This time, I swore I'd be safe. I rented a small house far from the city in a quiet neighborhood. I put locks on every door, bars on every window. For almost a year, I felt at peace. No sounds, no visits, no man at my window. Until one night, it all came back. It was storming, and the rain on the glass woke me up. I was about to roll over when I froze, because through the blur of rain, I saw it. A silhouette. The man was back. He stood outside, completely still, his face almost pressed against the bars I had installed. He didn't move, didn't blink, just stared through the storm. I shouted at him, but the thunder drowned out my voice. I called the police again, but when they arrived, he was gone. The next morning, I went outside to check the window. My stomach dropped when I saw the bars. They were bent, like someone had tried to pull them apart with their bare hands. That was the last night I saw him. But sometimes, even now, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I swear I can hear it again. That faint, steady sound. Tapa, tapa,